Hello everyone, this is Emily.
And I'm Elizabeth.
So today my friend Elizabeth and I sit together and we want to talk something. And we decided to make some videos together, and I talked about it, and Elizabeth was very interested in it, and then we began to do it today. And first, let me introduce myself. My name is Emily. I have become friends with Elizabeth since 2014. Do you want to tell the story how we met each other?
Yeah, so I used to be an Airbnb host in San Francisco, and Emily came over and rented our spare room for a month, and we got along really well during that month. So when her time was up, we decided to keep in contact and keep hanging out together.
Wow, I can't believe the very first people that I knew in the US would become my best friends. I'm really thankful for all of this.
Yeah, I didn't think that I would make a lifelong friend from Airbnb.
Yeah.
It all worked out. It was nice.
Yeah.
It's hard to make good friends.
I agree. Yes. Speaking of Airbnb, I had very good experience I have a very good experience being a Airbnb host. I have made a lot of good friends through that. Have you?
Yeah, I mean, I had really good experiences with many of my guests. We cooked together, we hung out together and stuff, but with everyone else, when they left, they were gone and we never kept in contact again. But Emily and her husband were open to staying in contact.
Yeah, I really can't remember how we did that, but we just kept in contact with each other. I think the main reason could be that I stayed here. I found a place, but we are still in the same area.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, some of the people that I had a good time with were from Italy and France and New Zealand, and so since they were so far away, we couldn't really have a friendship. But Emily was just 10 minutes away, so we could just get together.
Yeah, that's so good. I feel lucky. Yeah, I have the same experience. I have made very good friends through Airbnb, and we became friends on social media, and we keep contacting with each other. But the closest one are you guys.
No.
Yeah. So, and also I feel like we are very lucky we live so close right now.
Yeah.
10 minutes drive. So every time I don't have a place to go, I will think of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys are always so welcome me as a family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about?
I guess we could talk about what my family is. So we have a bit of an unusual living situation where it's me and my husband, but also our roommate. And so she's another good friend of ours. And we decided that we just really liked hanging out a lot, that we should live near each other. And then we decided, well, why don't we try to get a place where we can like live on the same property so we can keep hanging out. So we were trying to find a place with like a mother-in-law apartment, but we couldn't find one. But we did find this place, which has a second floor, and it has a sitting room, a bathroom, and a bedroom. So she has her whole own private space that is separate from here. And in fact, she's here in the house, but she feels like being in her space. So she's just hanging out there, but we're hanging out here, and we're not bothering her. So she still has her own private space.
Yeah, I know Lopez, and she's also my good friend now. I knew her through Elizabeth, and every time I visit their place, they three welcome me very warmly. So I enjoy staying with them, hang out with them. Yeah, so speaking of your living space, you live with your best friends, and I'm always amazed that how you guys get along so well with each other, because because for me, I think, oh, having good friends is one thing, and getting along well with friends each day, living with them, is another thing.
Yeah.
It's so hard. How do you keep the distance with each other?
So we were cautious about it. So step one was that Lopez moved closer to us. She moved about 3 blocks away from us, and she hung out a lot. And then step two was she moved into the same apartment complex as us. So now she was upstairs from our apartment, and we hung out almost every night. And we planned our dinners, having an expectation that we would probably have dinner together. And it was working out very well. And then once the idea of a mother-in-law apartment came to us, we decided that we thought that would be a good living situation for us, allowing that separation, but also allowing us to very easily hang out with each other. And so we looked around and found this place that has that separate living space upstairs. And it's worked out pretty well. So we do hang out most nights. And we do try to do something most weekends. But, sometimes she just has her own thing. And so she just does her own thing. And that's fine. But we do hang out a lot.
Okay. That's not easy. Like, my husband and I, we live together. Sometimes we will have fight with each other. Do this kind of fight happen between you and Lopez?
I don't think that we've had a fight ever.
No, not like fight. It's
or even a significant conflict.
Small conflict.
Yeah. One time, so when we first moved in together, I had left my socks by the front door. And so she asked me to please remove my smelly socks. She was like, you did a lot of moving around boxes in and out and all that stuff, and so they kind of smell. And so I was actually happy that she asked me to move them, because it meant that she felt comfortable stating her needs and her wants. And I think that's very important. Another thing is that both my husband and Lopez are very giving and generous people, and they kind of default towards doing what other people want. And so I'm very aware of this. And so what I try to do is make sure that they both have time to express their wants and their needs. And make sure that they feel okay and everything, so that things don't boil up.
Oh my God, I am touched by what you said.
Really?
I think you're so nice. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. Like, or if I can react that way if people say, if people ask me to remove my smelling socks. I would think, oh my God, I feel ashamed. You shouldn't ask me. Like I will feel embarrassed, so that I would think the other person was not nice to me. I don't know why I think it that way.
And I felt happy that she could express her wants and boundaries.
Okay, so we're different.
Yeah, it was very different. I guess like one of the things I work on with myself is accepting my flaws and accepting my mistake and errors. And so my process is to work through my mistakes and figure out how to be a better person at every step of the way. And so how I do that is I look at where I messed up. And so, yeah, leaving my socks by the front door in the public space was probably not a polite thing to do. And so when she confronted me about it, I just acknowledged that was not a fair thing for me to do. But I didn't feel bad about her for telling me, and I didn't feel bad about myself for having made a mistake.
Wow, that's very good point. If I were you, I would also blame myself that why I did that and why I would give people chance to judge me. Like I don't know, I don't like that. And I'm sure at that moment I would have very, very shameful reaction on both me and the person who told me this.
Yeah.
But right now, if you let me think through all these things, of course, it's not good for me to put my socks in front of the public place.
Yeah.
So next time, if I have this kind of situation, I think I can react better than I was.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think this is a good lesson that I can learn from you. Really?
Yeah, one of the things I try to fight against shame, because shame can really make people do a lot of destructive behaviors. And so I try not to feel ashamed of myself, and part of it is to be okay with my mistakes. And one of the other things I do is I practice saying that I'm wrong. Whenever I have an opportunity, whenever I discover that I was wrong, whether or not it's warranted, I will verbalize it and say, I was wrong. Just to practice admitting my flaws to other people, my mistakes to other people, so that, because I noticed in myself that I had an instinct to try to defend myself or try to downplay when I was wrong. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to just be upfront, admit my flaws, admit my mistakes, and move on.
Okay. I kind of not understand you to that clear. Can you give me an example? Like when will you figure out, oh, I'm wrong? I will try to say I'm wrong.
Let's say that I said that something happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this person was totally wearing a blue jacket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then we go through the photos and we found out that he was wearing a green jacket.
Uh-huh.
You know, so it's like I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say that most people say, "Oh," and then not say anything else. You know, but then I try to make sure that I say I was wrong, just as practice, because I practice on the little things. So then, if there was something major, it'll be easier for me to admit when I was wrong, and so it helps to reduce like fights with my husband or something like that, because it'll be easier for me to admit like when I had faulty logic or something like that, or when I didn't understand the entire context or something like that. And also it validates them and it helps them to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree with you that if it's a fact that it's a obvious fact that someone is wearing green, but you made a mistake, said it's blue. This kind of mistake I can admit, no problem. But if it's some logical mistake, I may feel I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit it. Like, I know most people, even though they knew they were wrong, they don't want to admit it.
Yeah, it's hard for people.
Yeah, especially, like, I think my husband does that so often. Even if he is wrong, he just, he doesn't see anything. Me too. I think I have the same problem.
Yeah, I think it's a natural phenomenon that people have problems with it. And so that's why I try to practice on the little things so that it's easier to avoid fights on the big things.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think it's really good. I should learn from you to make myself to be a better person. Okay, it is us. So why don't you tell us what have you been doing recently?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about my volunteer work as a CASA, a court-appointed special advocate. CASA.
So I have a question. So volunteer means you don't get any pay.
I do not get paid.
Okay. So yeah, you just do it for fun?
I do it to try to have a fulfilling life. So I think about like what I should do with my life. And so through a long, extensive thought process, I came down to the conclusion that working with children and helping children to become better adults is the best way to help society. And helping society is the best way to live my life.
Wow, that's good. Okay, so CASA. CASA, what's it short for?
Court-appointed special advocate.
Court-appointed
special advocate.
Advocate. Okay.
And so we're assigned to youth.
Youth. What is youth?
Youth are those who are under 18, so minors.
Under 18.
Yeah. So youth is kind of the umbrella term, because kids often refer to people who are like 10 and under, but oftentimes we serve teens. So youth is just anyone who is under 18.
So it could be small kids, like 5 years old.
Yeah, infants can have CASAs.
Okay, cool.
So, CASAs work through the court. I am technically under the judge. And we serve youth who are being monitored by the court, by the state.
Okay, a question, sorry. So why they are monitored by the court?
Usually there is some, there's been an allegation of abuse that has been substantiated, meaning that they think that it's probably true. And so they think that abuse is probably happening, and so they want to monitor the family to make sure that the youth is getting the best care so that they can become the best adults.
So you mean their parents are not treating the kids very well?
Yeah, and there's all kinds of different ways to have abuse. So there's neglect, where you're just not doing enough for your child. And it could also be neglect, which is then exposing the child to bad things. Like, let's say, for example, that two parents have a violent relationship. Mm-hmm. And so even though they're not violent towards the child, it's considered neglect because you're not actively protecting the child from witnessing violence.
Okay.
And then there's violence against the child. There's also sexual abuse with the child.
Is that common?
Yeah, it happens.
Oh my god. Okay. So my understanding is all the youth who are appointed to a CASA, their family must have some kind of problem.
Yeah. Okay. Their family has, someone has reported that there could be possible abuse in the family, and so the state steps in, CPS, Child Protective Services, to monitor the family. So first is the investigation, and then if they find that in the investigation that the allegations are probably true, then there may be two steps. So one hand is monitoring the family, helping them to become better people. That's called like family maintenance. And the other one is where they actually have to remove the child from the home. But then they still try to help the family and help the parents get back on their feet and become good, healthy parents to their children.
So my guess is usually like how do they find the problem between the family, among the family?
Someone who has observed the family.
Who is there?
So anyone who sees you. It could, like, a very common place is like at school. A teacher or staff member of the school will have noticed something. Sometimes it's friends and family will have noticed something. But noticing it through the school is very common. And so actually with the COVID pandemic, there was a drastic drop in the number of cases. So that shows that most of the information comes from school.
Okay. So, wow. So, if the teacher sees a child who looks like there are some bruise on their hand,
bruise.
Sorry, bruise. Sorry, bruise on the face or on the hand.
Yeah,
that's the most common way to find it out?
If you see obvious bruises, generally someone will ask, how did you get that? Although what happens is generally is that children will protect their parents. It's very, very natural for children to protect their parents. So even without a parent telling them to lie, they have an instinct to lie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, children really love their parents and they really care for them.
Oh.
And so it's instinctual to protect them.
That's totally different from what I thought. I think here children are like, they are very aggressive. As long as the parents touch them, they will call 911.
Oh, really? No,
really?
no.
That's how I think.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Especially if it's like happened since early childhood. You know, so when you're like a toddler and an infant, you know, you're working with a very emotional brain. And so and you have such an enormous love for your parents. And so you just start protecting them, doing what you can to protect them and make them happy. Right away. And so then this abuse happens, you know, all the way as the child ages, and now it's just a normal part. So no, they won't necessarily fight for themselves, but sometimes they can. There are cases where children call CPS on their own parents. It does happen.
Okay.
Usually when they're older, when they're teenagers. It takes time. So once a child becomes a teenager, they're generally starting to balance the logical mind and the emotional mind, and start to think things through and say, you know what, this is wrong and I deserve better.
Okay. Wow, I can't believe this. So children love their parents. They want to protect them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's a natural thing. So they've noticed it from infancy that children will try to do things that will make their parents happy. And it makes sense. It's a survival instinct. Because if a parent can tolerate their infant, this screaming, poopy, pee creature, you know, trying to tolerate them increases their survival. So very quickly, even from infancy, they'll try to do things that their parents like and prefer.
Okay, but I still think that if your parent hate you at home, like do violent things on you, you will be afraid. And you want to tell other people.
Not necessarily. Yeah, even when you're scared, you don't necessarily, because your most trusted confidant is your parents when you're young. Okay. Think about it. When you're 2, 3, 4, your most trusted confidant is your parent.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, especially if your parents told you that don't tell anyone about this, otherwise I will hate you harder.
Or no one will believe you. Or that's another common thing that people will say. No one will believe you. Or foster care is worse.
Threaten them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I can't believe there are parents like this.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, so since kappa thing exists, it must have some reason for its existence. Right?
Yeah. So CASA is a relatively new part of the child protective system. and it was kind of it's implemented so that we as casas are the eyes and ears of the court, so that we can watch everything that's happening and then report it back to the court. We're supposed to take a holistic perspective on the case and talk to everyone and make sure that things are going okay. And we take a much more personal approach to it. It's like a mentorship also. So in addition to being the eyes and ears of the court, it's becoming a mentor to the youth. So we see the youth every week. Every week. And we try to do something that is pleasant. So part of it is talking to get an understanding of how the youth is doing. And then the other part of it is, doing pleasant activities like going places or going out to eat or getting some ice cream or taking a walk or whatever. And then just hearing about their lives and then being a mentor and also providing feedback to anything else that they want to talk about.
Oh, okay, that's nice. I have a question. So for the once a week time, you can arrange yourself, or the casa will arrange the time for you?
It's a mutual decision between the youth and the casa.
Oh, as long as it happens once a week.
Yeah. So you just try to figure out a pattern, figure out a schedule, something that works once a week.
How many hours?
So they recommend having 1 hour a week physically spent with the youth. And, but you're free to spend more time with them if you want. Like, for example, if there is a youth detained in juvenile hall, a casa could come and visit every day.
Oh, you mean the child was in the jail?
Yeah, in jail. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can go to see them every day?
Yeah. But what's advised is that you have, as a casa, you should make sure that you can follow through on your commitments. So if you try to show up every day and then you start being sporadic and random about it, it can negatively impact the child.
I see.
So you should try to, whatever promises you make, follow through on it. So that's why, like, showing up every day is not recommended, because every day is kind of a burden on most people. So it's trying to be reasonable with your own schedule to make sure that you can commit and you can show up, so that they can rely on you and know that what you say is what happens.
I see. And another question. You mentioned like you can arrange any activities you or the youth want. Like if you take them to a restaurant or something, so all of the cost you pay yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the casa covers the expenses, like going out to dinner. And they not advise, it's a rule that you should not spend money on the child. So, like, you should not buy a teddy bear or something like that. But I can buy ice cream. So how I've kind of mentally said it is that if we can share whatever I'm spending money on, then it's okay. But if I can't share it, so I can share the experience of having ice cream, but I can't share the experience of having a teddy bear.
Oh, okay. So, like, basically, you can buy a gift for her or something.
Yeah, they do not want gifts.
Oh, okay. But like, what if the youth wants one? When you guys are hanging out, he said, "Oh, I really want this." What do you do?
I restate the policy.
Okay.
So I have had that happen, and so I say that it's against the policy of of this, and so I can't. And then I say that, if we can share on it, then I can spend money on it. If we can share doing the experience.
Okay, so usually will they understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
They can
I found
understand.
that those I've talked to about it, they do understand. I think that youth are okay with boundaries. As long as the boundaries are expressed very clearly, they are okay with experiencing boundaries.
Okay. Because from my experience with children, youth, like some children, they don't want to hear about anything. They want this. I just want this. If you don't give me, it's like you don't treat me well. I will be very unhappy.
Yeah, I think trying to help them through that difficult emotion. Especially if they start thinking that it means that you don't care about them. That you clarify that you do care about them, and but you're showing your caring through other ways, and that there's a limit, and you're not allowed to show your care through gifts.
Yeah, I think you do a great job trying to understand what they are thinking about, what they really want, to reduce their anger or something.
Yeah, I don't do it just with youth. I kind of do it with everyone, just trying to figure out what's really happening. Like, I think a lot on human nature and human behavior.
Great.
Yeah, I think a lot on it.
I also like it a lot, and I would like to hear more about it. We can talk about it later in the future videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you are a really caring, kind person. Your personality is very adorable, lovely. Really, I'm telling the truth. Yeah, and I don't know why. I think every friend I make, they are all very nice. Maybe it's because there's a Chinese way thing, your personality attracts the same kind of person.
Yeah, I definitely attract a certain type of people and repel other types of people.
Repel?
Yeah. I'm boring.
No.
I'm very boring.
No, I think you are very funny to me.
I'm very boring. Yeah, to you. You're that type of person that is okay with who I am. But there are other people who will find me very boring. They don't want to hear my theories and stuff on things, and and they're just like, what are you talking about?
No.
Can't we talk about football?
No, I'm not interested in. I'm not a football person.
Yeah.
I know nothing about football.
Yeah.
So I guess, yes, we just appreciate each other.
Yeah.
I like your theory. I like the way how you deal with people, the way how you treat people.
Yeah. And of course, and I like you because of course you're a very kind and generous person and pleasant to be around. But what I really find cool about you is that you learn things so quickly.
Oh my God. You are the very, very few people who say I learn things fast, because it's the truth that I learn things very, very slowly. Really. Maybe
some things, but other things you learn pretty fast. I guess because, I have known you since you moved from China, and so you moved from one culture to another culture, and you had to learn this other culture. And there's all these little things that are different, and you had to adapt to them.
Yeah.
And so I remember some things being difficult because you were like, wait, isn't this just how it's done? Wait, how can I do it a different way? And now it's so fluid and easy for you. And so I've watched this change and evolution. And also, I've seen you learn things in conversation. I'll give you a new concept, a new idea. And then in that conversation, you're now using that idea and concept to talk to me about things. So you've learned things like right on the spot.
Wow, I didn't realize this. Thank you. I don't know. I'm so good in your mind.
Yeah, you adapt and evolve. And that's really important for this world, is to be able to adapt and evolve.
Yeah, I know. And I'm also like very, very thankful to have you in my life as friends. Really.
Yeah, it's hard to make good friends. So, I'm really happy to have a good friend in my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, we hang out a lot. So we have Lopez, who lives with us, but then I try to see Emily like at least every week. Of course, we go through our dry period, but we try to see each other every week. We used to try to do tea and chat.
I miss that.
Yeah, we should start it up again now that.
Yeah, we can also like
we're getting
drinking tea while we chit chatting.
Yeah.
While we make videos.
Right? Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah.
Definitely should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm telling you that I'm so thankful to have you guys in my life since I came here. As you said, it's a totally new environment to me. I know nothing here. The culture shock was huge, and most of my views of the world, the way how I think, I learned a lot from you guys. Yeah, like the way how you do volunteer work and the purpose you do it. This all changed. This all like helped me understand the American culture. So overall, I think American people are so different from, of course, like every people from every country, every part have their own culture.
Yeah.
Right? It's totally different. So I'm very thankful you guys gave me the opportunity to learn very real, authentic American culture. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've definitely adapted. Like your household is very much like an American household.
What do you mean by that?
I like the way that you manage your kitchen. The way that you.
I'm not proud of that.
But well, in contrast, my husband's parents immigrated from China, and so even though they were here for like 50 years, they still did a lot of things that were antiquated. So they just didn't really evolve over time.
Can you stop a little bit? The word you used, I didn't understand.
Which?
You mean they were what? The object,
They were a bit antiquated.
Yes.
So it's based on the word antique.
Antique, yeah. Antique means old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So antiquated is being old.
Oh, I see. Okay. Antiquated. Okay, so here is how I learned English.
Yeah.
How I learned English. And
she had a notebook and she would like write these down.
Yeah. Yeah, so Actually, I only used the notebook for 1 or 2 times. Most time I will use my dictionary.
Yeah.
I knew a new word and I wrote it down or I looked it up through the dictionary.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So I learned. I have to say, you taught me a lot of English. Yeah.
Yeah, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So you came in 2014. I think this was in 2015 or 2016. We went to just north of San Francisco.
Oh, I know.
Sausalito.
Sausalito.
So Sausalito. And her husband. So we went together with our husband, and of course we were talking a lot while we were walking around. And finally, her husband stops and goes, "Elizabeth, why do you talk that way?"
What way?
And I talked enunciating my words very clearly, and kind of like made sure I had a short stop between my words and stuff like that. And you piped in. I didn't even have a chance to answer it. And you piped in and said, "So that I can understand her better."
Really? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't remember I say that.
Yeah, I think that was 2016. So it was about 2 years after being immersed in the culture. Yeah.
So I was always appreciating that you spoke slowly to let me understand better.
Yeah. I guess I want to be understood. And so I just kept on changing how I spoke until you could understand me more often.
Oh,
and now I don't do that. I'm not speaking with that slow enunciation anymore. So you've gotten used to how I speak now in my natural way.
Wow, I didn't know that. So you did that especially for me.
Yeah, it was just because I want to be understood. I want to talk to you and be understood.
Wow.
And so I just adapted how I enunciated my words so that it was easier for me.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And that's definitely another example of how you've learned and evolved, that your language has evolved.
Yeah, I think this I have to admit, I think my English improved a lot since I came here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the vocabulary became bigger, and but I can hear people, I can follow people easily, and I can watch English videos without too much stop. But I think the most part for me is the accent. I still have a lot of accent, but I think it's not a problem.
Yeah.
I don't want to change it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, it's extremely common.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work to remove the accent.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend time doing that.
Yeah.
It's okay as long as you can understand me.
Exactly.
I think that's fine. Yeah, so I'm not a person who wants everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm quite satisfied with my English right now.
Yeah.
And I know I made a lot of mistake, like if I'm telling something about yesterday, I have to, like, in my mind try to use yesterday I ate, not eat.
Yeah.
Things like that makes me feel very like it's a hard work.
Yeah.
But still I make the mistake.
Yeah.
But I hope you can understand, and I really want to know how you feel when you see that when I say I'm eating, but actually I mean
You
I
ate.
ate.
I guess I don't feel anything.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like, I understood what you was like. If I misunderstand, I'm like, what did you say? But as long as I understand what you're saying, then like it's just
Okay.
I'm getting your communication, and that's all that really matters.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So I think the advice that I can give to people who want to learn English is that you you really don't need to care too much about your pronunciation or your accent. I think people will understand you. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. You know, many of my husband's coworkers have thick accents, you know, and they're very well paid, and you know they have really nice jobs. So it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, good to hear that. Yeah, I totally agree that like we can I think sometimes I would think having accent is kind of cool. Like people can recognize where you are from through your accent.
Yeah.
Right? Like some Indian people, they have very thick accent. And I can tell, oh, they must come from the Indian part. Right?
Yeah, like Southern America, you know. Yeah.
Yes. And the Russian people.
Yeah.
And Korean, Japanese. They all have their own accent.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. On the contrary, it's like a kind of your identity. So I like it. I don't want to change it. Yeah. Yeah. And even I think your husband, he was born here, right?
Yeah.
He was born here. He grew up in Cantonese family.
Yeah, Cantonese speaking family.
Cantonese speaking family. And I think he also has some kind of accent.
Really?
It's totally different from the way how you speak English. Yeah.
Huh.
I can tell like, oh, he's an ABC.
Really?
Really? Do you know what's ABC
Yeah,
mean?
American born Chinese.
Yeah, I can tell. Not only through his appearance, but his accent.
Really? Wow.
It's different.
Well, I would think that's different because he grew up in New Jersey and I grew up in New Hampshire. So those two accents are different.
No, but I can tell he's ABC.
Interesting.
You don't feel the difference?
No, I don't notice anything about his enunciation.
Okay, I can tell.
Pronunciation.
I can tell.
That's interesting.
But Lopez,
oh, well, she doesn't know Tagalog? Tagalog. She doesn't know Tagalog well at all.
What is Tagalog?
That's the Filipino language.
Oh, she is originally from Philippines.
No, she was born in Pennsylvania, but her parents emigrated from the Philippines.
But she's from she's from a Philippine family. Her parents speak that kind of language. Yeah,
her parents are fluent in Tagalog, because they so they were raised in the Philippines and then they emigrated here after school, and then they had their children here. But I guess they didn't have a Tagalog speaking household because Lopez has a very little.
So they talk
knowledge of
in English.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I can't imagine My parents would use other language to communicate with me.
Yeah, I wonder why they did that. Maybe we should ask them sometime.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested in it. Okay, so where are we now? What we were talking about?
Well, we were originally talking about casa.
Oh, casa. Okay, so where we are?
Where were we?
Oh, like spending time with them.
Yeah, that we spend an hour a week, and then we were also talking about whether or not we can spend money on them.
Okay, yeah. Talk more about. Okay, let me ask a question. So you spend about an hour a week, and then do you spend like extra time calling them or something?
Yeah, we'll text.
Text each other.
Yeah, so there's texting to do the scheduling and texting to remind them that we're meeting, just in case they forget. So there's a lot of texting for that, and then also like texting on like important things. Like generally, I'll ask how their weekend was, you know, and then if there's anything important in their life going on, like Valentine's Day, you know, I would ask how was Valentine's. So other than that, we usually just have like our scheduled meetings, and that's when we talk.
Okay. So through your description about the way how you spend time with them, the things you do, I feel like you're like a friend to he or she.
Yeah, mentorship is like a friendship. Yeah.
But that's casa, that's not mentor.
Part of CASA is to be a mentor to the youth.
Oh.
So it's a mentor plus program.
Mentor. Okay, so the basic thing you do, the principle you do is to make she or he feel better.
No, the goal is not to make them feel better. Primarily, the goal is to make sure they are okay and getting all the services that they deserve. And the best way to do that is by having a friendly relationship with the youth. You get more information with a friendly relationship.
Okay. So you treat he or she as a friend. What about his way, her way to think of you?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, that the it's a little bit different. So it's a mentorship. It's so like with a friend, like I'm having a bad day, and like I'll contact you, and I'll be like, I'm having a bad day, and we'll talk it through. But I am not going to have a bad day and talk it through with my youth.
Okay.
That's a friendship. Is if it's both ways. But in a mentorship, it's one way. The kid can talk to me about their bad day, but I do not talk to them about my bad day.
I see. Yeah, that's reasonable. Reasonable.
Like I could use my bad day as a learning example. You know, I could say like, this thing happened to me, and then I worked through it this way. You know, as a way of teaching something, but you wouldn't go to your youth for support for you yourself.
I see. Yeah. That's reasonable because they don't understand adult.
Yeah, exactly.
And you shouldn't expect they understand you.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't look for comfort from them.
Exactly. Yeah, so mentorships are one way. I mean, even if you think about it in a mentorship, in a career aspect, you know, when the mentee has a bad time at their job, they can go to their mentor and talk it through.
Mm-hmm.
But if the mentor had a bad time with their job, they will not go to their mentee and talk it through.
Exactly.
So it's one way. It's
yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of this, so can you find a better way to help me remember? Help me recognize the difference between like E and ER, like employee, employer,
Yeah,
mentee, mentor.
mentor.
I'm
Yeah.
always very confused.
Oh,
with that.
yeah. EE.
ER.
Yeah, but EE is the target, and the EROR is the action.
Action.
Yeah.
Like the employer.
Yeah. The employer does the employing to the employee.
Oh, I see.
And the mentor does the mentoring to the mentee.
Mentee. Okay. Because I sometimes like I would say I can't tell employee and employer. I would say like I'm interviewing an employer. It's like it should be an employer is interviewing me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe my brain has something wrong with telling the difference of this kind of thing. I just can't tell. Like,
I don't think there's anything wrong with your brain. It's just how you've approached language.
yeah.
And this one is just a naughty area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also the she, he part. Sometimes when I refer to your husband, I would use she.
Yeah.
I think. Do you think it's stupid to see that way?
No, I say the wrong one all the time.
So you can understand.
Yeah.
I wonder how you feel like when you hear people say that.
My priority is getting the information you're trying to communicate. Like, I'm not picky about exactly how you do it. And so, yeah, if you mess up a pronoun, like, I understood what you were saying. Okay. And I also understand, because, I mean, I make pronoun mistakes, too. Because, yeah, they're so close together, like, sometimes you just end up saying the wrong one by mistake.
Mm-hmm. Okay, see? I think American people are so nice. Like, I think sometimes I can't imagine why you guys are so nice, so tolerant.
Oh, there's definitely jerks.
Jerks.
There's all kinds of people in the world. And so there's all kinds of Americans. Yeah.
Okay.
There's all kinds of Americans.
There are a lot of people.
There are some people, like, they call them grammar Nazis. And those are the people that would get irritated at you for messing up a pronoun. Okay, so I guess I'm very lucky to have people who have very good patience. Mm-hmm. Not every American people are like this. Yeah, definitely not ever.
Okay. Yeah. Have you seen one?
Have I met them? Mm-hmm. I personally met. I mean, I've definitely had jerks in my life. Yeah. I mean, someone who would get mad at you? Have I met someone like that? Who
get mad at me?
Yeah, for your language.
No, I don't. I don't have any experience on that.
Yeah. Because I don't recall anyone. But I do know, but I mean, like, you know, on videos, on, like, you know, YouTube and TikTok and stuff, you know, you see all these Americans who are being, like, super rude and judgmental. So I know that they exist. And I've encountered super rude and judgmental people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think most of your friends around are like you, right?
Yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah,
super tolerant.
Well, also, those are the people that I keep around.
Yeah.
I also will, just kind of let a friendship go if, they're overly judgmental or something. I'll just let it go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's not, because it's just instinctual. Oftentimes friendships are instinctual, and so it's just, who do you reach out to? Who do you have an impulse to reach out to? And of course, I have an impulse to reach out to the nice people.
Yeah, of course. That's very true.
Let's talk about being self-conscious in front of a camera.
Okay.
So I am very self-conscious. I don't want to watch any of these videos.
Oh, really?
Okay. I want to just let them go at the world because I'm self-conscious. And it's an emotion that I struggle to control. And so I avoid it.
Oh, okay. So first of all, I want to make sure I understand the vocabulary. Self-consciousness, right? Meaning that you pay a lot of attention on the appearance of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that
only the appearance itself.
Well, it's being self-conscious is being conscious about the self. So it's about being aware of the self. So it can be your behavior, it can be your appearance. So that's what self-consciousness is. It's being aware of the self.
Okay. So if you explain it that way, I think I'm a very, very self-conscious person because I care how other people look at me, how other people think of me.
Yeah. And
very much.
I try to let that go. I try to release that worry about how other people perceive me. I try to let it go. Because how I perceive myself is different from how other people perceive me.
Definitely.
So I try not to rely too heavily on my own perception of myself, and instead pay attention to how other people react to me. There are people who have called me fashionable. There are people who have called me well put together, and that they enjoy being around me, and they enjoy me being animated, and all these little things. And I'm like, okay. So I don't have to be around myself. So, but if you are okay with being around me, I can be okay with myself.
Yeah. Definitely. So self-consciousness. I think I'm very self-conscious.
Yeah.
But I don't know the word. I can't find a perfect word to describe it. Like, I am very self-conscious, but in the other way, I don't care too much about my appearance. Like when I go outside to meet a friend, I don't have the motivation to dress myself up to look better. I don't know why.
But you do care about your behavior. You care about how...
I care my behavior very much.
Yeah. Oh, it's sunset.
Oh, sunset.
Yeah, so these are my plants. And I have lights on the bottom of the shelves. And I have a timer on them to automatically go on and off at sunrise and sunset. So it's getting late in the day.
Cool. Wow, you're a genius.
No.
Yeah, she's a very genius person. You will learn about her in the future. Really, I'm telling the truth. Okay, back to self-consciousness.
Yeah.
So
Conscious. Self-conscious.
Self-consciousness.
Conscious. Yeah.
Self-consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So isn't it very? I can't remember the word. Isn't it very contrary with each other? That I am a very self-conscious person, but I don't care too much about my appearance. What's that word? Like, it's very contrary to things.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know.
There is a word. I should look up the word. So it's like it's totally different, but they exist.
Yeah.
Let me check. Self-contradictory.
Contradictory.
Yeah, self-contradictory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can use the word. Isn't it contradictory that I am a very self-conscious person, but I don't care too much about my appearance in front of people?
I don't think that's contradictory. It's just the different aspects of yourself that you're self-conscious about. That's the aspect. You're not self-conscious about your appearance. You're self-conscious about your behavior.
Okay. So, but to be honest, I also care about what I look like.
Yeah.
But I'm so lazy that I don't want to spend the time.
You're content with yourself.
Not very content.
Really?
I think I have too many things that I can do to improve my appearance. That I think my appearance is okay. Like I have a round face, two big eyes. I think I'm okay with that. And but the clothes I wear or something, I'm far away from fashion. And my husband is very unsatisfied with what I wear.
Yeah, he wants you to be more fashionable.
Yeah, he wants me to be. I don't know if fashionable is a better word, but he wants me to look nice with clothes. Yeah. But I never have the motivation to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe I think it takes me too much time, and I know little about fashion, so
I keep it simple. I have a top and I have a bottom. Like 90% of the time, my bottom is jeans, and so it's just picking a top. And so then that's it. That's the only decision I have to make. What top am I going to wear today? And it's very simple. It's very lazy.
Yeah.
But it works.
I also have my own principle. Oh no, I don't have any principle. I just grab anything I have.
Yeah, but that's how I've set up my wardrobe. Is that it's very simple, but I can look okay by just grabbing any of the tops that I have available.
Okay, now I'm interested in how you feel about my appearance.
About your appearance?
Yeah.
I think you're adorable.
Adorable? Okay, adorable. Okay, yeah, I think I'm also very adorable. Really? I think I'm an adorable person.
Yeah.
Personality.
I think that you have very classic beauty, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very Asian.
Yeah, very classic, but the adorable type.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah, you look good. You look fine. You know, no No one's
What
really.
about my clothes?
You definitely went through a fashionable stage for a little while there.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, you did, but you had mentioned that it was because of Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, because he complained. He complained that. So look, you have a very good appearance of your face, and what you wear makes you look worse. Like you have a better you have a privilege of good looking, but what you wear makes you look less 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 good.
Really? You don't
Yeah.
like my clothes?
No, not me. No, Jerry looks like me.
Oh.
That's how Jerry looks like me.
Oh, okay. So he thinks that you're not dressing to your maximum ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, to maximize your appearance. Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks what I dress makes me look not as good as I should have.
Yeah. That your clothing can make you look better.
Yeah.
So clothing really can help in that.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I decided.
Ooh. We're on video.
Yeah, come to
We're
join
on video.
us.
You're on the video now? Okay.
Yeah, come to join us.
No?
I look bad.
No.
That's what we're talking about right now is self-consciousness.
I'm self-conscious. I don't have my makeup on.
I never make.
We don't have makeup on.
I never wear makeup.
I have makeup on.
Really? Is it Asian face? You're wearing Chinese face.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, you thought I were talking about you.
Yeah.
No.
So I was like, oh, okay. You don't like how I dress? Okay.
No. No, I won't talk to people, especially in front of them. To speak. I don't want to hurt anyone. No, I won't speak that way.
That's right.
Yeah, so my point is, Jerry thinks I could have looked better with good clothes, good fashion.
Yeah.
And
I think that most people look better with makeup and good fashion accessories. Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah, and I agree with him. I think I should work a little hard on it. I can spend.
Maybe you can do what I do, is like have your set of tops. Mm-hmm. You know, because I did notice that you have this one top that's a bit ripped on the arms. And so it's just not wearing that top because it's ripped.
I like that one.
But but that's the style.
Yeah, there's a style now with jeans with holes.
Well, yeah, I've always known about the
threads
jeans with holes thing, but wait, that's the style of the sweater?
Of course.
No, I thought that you ripped the sweater. And I thought you just loved the sweater so much that you still wore it.
There's all over.
Wow.
No way.
At least getting educated.
You mean I have been wearing it for years?
No, you started wearing it recently. The last several times that I saw you, you wore the sweater, and there's a rip on the sleeve.
Yeah, I bought it that way.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I thought so I guess when I saw it, I was like, wow, you're really coming in your comfy clothes.
Even my parents in China, they won't do that again. They will throw things away if they were ripped. If they were really worn out. This is 2020.
Come on, I know about having comfy clothes and wanting to keep them even though they're falling apart. So I thought that's what was going on with the the sweater.
Oh my
And so I was like, and I was kind of like, oh wow, Emily's like being more comfortable around me.
Oh my
she's like coming in her comfy hangout in the house clothes.
No, this is not.
I'm gonna admit that I too thought that you were coming in your comfy clothes. I didn't know that you bought it that way.
It's
But I was fine with it. Because you should be comfortable here.
Yeah, I mean, I took it as a good sign.
Yeah, make
You know,
yourself
same
at home.
thing like when you told me about my smelly sock.
Oh, yeah.
I took it as a good sign.
The nose knows.
No, this is not 1915 in China.
So that was a new shirt.
Yeah,
Or not an old shirt.
We don't need to wear worn out clothes anymore.
Okay.
So that's a new style.
I've seen it more in jeans.
Yeah, but
With threads and holes.
yeah, but in China, you know, there are so many
Oh.
styles right now. So
Oh.
So now I want another look at the sweater.
Can,
So you should
need
wear
to
it
make-
next time so I can
you
look at
can
it.
make a YouTube video about what just happened.
yeah, we are recording this. No, you are in. Come to join. I never wear makeup, and this camera help us look better. We look
With
brighter.
the light.
Yeah, really, come join us. We're
Let's just say hi and come back here.
Okay. You can just talk off screen.
Yeah, you can talk there. No problem.
Can I show this?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I will make a space.
Oh yeah, hold on, there's wires this way. Maybe come around the other way.
Here.
No. Hi, it's all me. All the time.
So
That was it.
that's Lopez, our
Yeah.
friend, our girlfriend.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
So yeah, because we're talking about self-consciousness.
Yes.
And so you're being self-conscious.
Yes.
And how I'm processing my self-conscious for this video is that I will not watch it.
I needed a
Because-
support stuffed animal.
Yeah. The squish ball.
Yeah.
So, so I don't like looking at myself. I don't like the way that I look. I nitpick all the little aspects about myself. And I can't help myself but to do that. But I accept that other people look at me and accept me the way that I am. So I'm okay with other people seeing me. So like, for example, like, taking photos, like you said that your friend makes you delete photos.
Mhm.
So I've decided to no longer worry about photos that other people take because
Mhm.
their photos are not for me. Those
Mhm.
photos are for them. And so if they want to capture something that includes me, then I will let them.
Mhm.
And that's for them, their personal use.
But what if they post it online? Do you mind?
I probably would I would get self-conscious. Yeah, I would then start nitpicking all the different aspects of myself. And it depends on the context. Like, I like to try to keep a professional presence online. So
I
if it was
see.
unprofessional, then I would ask for it to be removed.
Okay.
But as long as it's acceptable, like if, someone looks at it, is not gonna like think too negatively of me for doing whatever I was doing in the photo, then it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I guess people really are very different. I have totally different view of like having any kind of pictures online,
Mm-hmm.
like in front of this camera, I don't mind too much how people look at me. Because overall, first of all, I think I look okay.
I am kind of iffy about how I look.
Like, if I look at myself right now, I think I look better than in reality. In reality, I'm not as bright and so I feel okay with that.
Yeah.
And if people post my picture online, if it's really ugly, I may feel a little like uncomfortable. But overall, I think it's fine. That's just me. That's just a moment of me. I don't care too much. Yeah. But I really do not understand too much that some of my friends would tell me very seriously that no, you have to delete me or you have to pick the best of me to post it online.
Yeah.
So
I just accept that I look a certain way, and how when I go around the world, I look a certain way. And that's just the way I am.
So you want to show the best to the people?
Because I can't always be the best. I can't always be at my best. Okay. It's just an unreasonable expectation to always be at my best.
Okay, but why you mind not the best part? But why you mind? You want the best part?
I don't understand.
Yeah, why you care so much how you look online on the internet.
So I'm just self-conscious about how I look. It's just an emotional reaction to when I look at myself. I have an emotional reaction that I can't manage that well because I just see all the flaws, all the problems. And I know that other people don't fixate on all my flaws like I do. So I'm okay with having other people look at me and record me and stuff because I know this is just who I am. This is how I am all the time. And so I have to kind of accept myself just the way that I am. But I don't really want to look at myself.
About self-consciousness.
And working as a nurse where you have to wear your mask all the time.
So masks are required in the hospital for all employees. So we always have to wear a mask. And it helps me not be self-conscious because more than half of my face is covered.
Yeah.
And no one can see my mouth or my nose or my chin. And I don't have to wear makeup. Because makeup and a mask, like foundation or lipstick, it gets all over the mask.
Yeah.
So, I think it's been easier because I don't have to worry about that part, what it looks like.
Yeah. But you're still so self-conscious that you don't want to join us.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll wear masks in your video, but I think that would be weird.
So I have a question. So you wear a mask because of the pandemic, or you wear it all the time?
No, it started because of the pandemic and just continues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen it in restaurant kitchens too.
It's required in hospitals.
Yeah,
actually, I think it's up to the hospital now. Some hospitals don't require it, and we don't require it of our patients. But the staff have to wear it.
Okay, but before the pandemic, no one need to wear a mask.
We were all beautified. I mean, we wore makeup and eye makeup and lipstick, and it was more fun.
Fun? Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'm totally different. For me, I'm sure wearing makeup can make me look better, right? But I don't want to spend the time doing it.
Yeah, me too.
It takes me. I'm so bad at it. I would imagine it would take me hours to wear
It's
makeup.
not hours. I think that you can do a really good set in like 20 minutes.
I'm not confident with
Yeah.
my skills.
I only wear makeup at special events with the other nurses. Like a holiday party. Because I know they're wearing makeup, so it makes me feel pressured to wear it.
Yeah, I wear makeup when I dress up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so about the makeup thing, I should consider about learning it. I think like as we get older, like my appearance won't look as better as before.
It's just a personal choice.
Yeah.
I think a lot of
I
people
think you
look better.
look fine.
Yeah, you look fine. And I think a lot of people look better without makeup.
Yeah. It's providing a different face. When
Yeah.
you wear makeup, it's providing a different face. It's not necessarily better or worse. It's just a different one.
Okay.
And it's just work that I don't want to do.
Yes.
But it is very common that for people who get photographed or videoed to wear makeup. And we're not.
Yeah, that's why I'm back here in the shadows.
I'm okay with that.
I didn't brush my hair either.
Yeah.
So yes, speaking of makeup, I really want to talk about it. Like before, I have a very different point of view on wearing makeup. I have a wrong understanding of makeup. I thought like people who wear makeup are people who are like pretend themselves. Yeah. I would think, oh, this person likes wearing makeup so much. She must be like, she doesn't want people to see their real face.
Yeah.
Meaning they are not honest. That's what I process. So I try not to wear makeup. I want to be my true self. And also I'm lazy. I don't want to do it.
So my mom always wore makeup, and my grandmother always wore lipstick. I mean, when they left the house. And so they would say, like, that would be, like, a thing that they had to do before leaving the house was to put on makeup. And so, like, if we wanted to go out, even if it was just for a little bit, it would be like, wait a minute, I have to put my face on. And so I grew up believing that it was just the thing that women did was put on makeup. Like, I didn't think of it as anything like positive or negative. It was just, except for the fact that it took time. You know, the fact that we couldn't walk out the door until you take the time to put on a makeup. So then I used to always wear lipstick. Until I had a boyfriend once. And I only saw him in the evenings. So it was when my makeup had worn off. And so then one day I went and did my makeup in the morning. I go to my first period class and it's canceled. So I decided to go hang out with my boyfriend for first period. So I go and see him and he's like, what is on your face? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're wearing makeup. I was like, yeah. He's like, you wear makeup? I was like, I put on makeup every day. And he was like, whoa, you do not need it. And I stopped wearing makeup.
Oh, so he thought that you look better without makeup.
Yeah. Or he liked that I was that type of girl who didn't really wear makeup.
Oh.
So I don't know. It depends on what his perspective is. But he was just like, you don't need makeup.
So you stopped.
Yeah, so I stopped. Although it is a skill that women probably should have. And I do not have the skill.
What do you think about, like, permanent makeup? Like, my aunt had eyeshadow tattoo, dark blue eyeshadow tattoo from Singapore. That was just, like, always there.
Yeah,
but
I remember
people
that.
always thought she was wearing eyeshadow. Or now you can do the lips I think it's like blush or tinting for lips that's permanent.
Yeah, I think it's fun. If
I
it's
think
what
that'd
people
be
want to
easier
do.
if it's.
Yeah, if it's something that you do all the time, why not tattoo it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Eyeshadow.
It's called permanent makeup, but it's a tattoo.
Where is it? Where are they?
Huh?
The eyelid.
The eyeshadow.
Yeah, the eyelid. Yeah, and also like right here, right on the bottom lid.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the permanent eyebrow.
Mm-hmm. That
the-
also can be a tattoo or some other techniques.
Yeah. I mean, if you always do something,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine to tattoo it.
Okay. Yeah, I never did any.
My mom has very light eyebrows,
Uh-huh.
so she's considered like the permanent like tattoo
Mhm.
there because she's always putting pencil or liner there and it doesn't look symmetrical.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it can help if you're worried about a certain feature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember you mentioned your mom. She wears her lipstick always.
She does not like to leave the house without lipstick.
Just like my mom.
She will ask me for lipstick, and I'll just give it to her because she feels like her lips are naked. There's no lipstick.
Okay.
And she likes bright lipstick. Bright colors.
Oh.
So you know she's wearing it. Like
Yeah,
no
I like-
natural, nothing.
I like blending in. I like a natural look.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like a wild
You don't do makeup at all?
You're like a what?
wild person.
Wild person?
You've never done makeup?
No.
Wow, you have no experience with makeup?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I'm
like when you
so-
dressed up and go someplace, you don't put on makeup?
Not really.
Not
Yeah.
really.
No, really, no.
So like you don't have lipsticks, no foundation, no eyeshadow.
I have to say, I have a lot at home because my friends would
Give them
me as a gift. But the point is, I never use them.
They may be expired.
Never.
Yeah, they're probably expired. Apparently makeup only lasts a year. I did not know this.
Well, I'm keeping my stuff.
I had makeup that was 6 years, 7 years old.
I think they're fine.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I did
it's
go
fine.
through and get rid of most of it. There was some of it that I was like, yeah, but it's so good. I just want to keep it. So I kept some of it, but I got rid of most of it. I think what I'm going to do is just try to find some makeup that like I can buy on Amazon, and then just like every January, like just replace the makeup.
I think that's a lot of weeks.
Like, I have makeup from like when I was in nursing school. That was a long time ago, but it's still good and I'm not ingesting it. So I feel like it's fine.
Yeah.
It still works.
I guess I'm self-conscious about the foundation. For some reason, I just never feel like my foundation is working properly. I don't know. And so then I started thinking, well, maybe it was because of the age of the makeup.
Oh, okay. Makeup like foundation, because my skin color changes. I do go to the MAC counter and have them match my skin, and they make they find the foundation number that matches my skin, and I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I can't match foundation. No, myself, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am the only person who never really wear makeup. I'm sorry.
I only wear a couple times a year at a holiday party.
It's definitely going to be different for, video world where people always wear makeup. And then here we are not wearing makeup.
Yeah, I used to this. So that's why I don't care. I don't mind too much about not wearing any makeup in front of the camera. But I think it's a good thing. It's a nice thing to wear makeup and dress up.
There's a lot of YouTube. It's called BeautyTube, right?
Yeah.
YouTube tutorials that people do for makeup or learning different techniques.
Yeah. I know I have watched some, but still I'm not interested in it. I don't want to
Because
spend.
it takes the time. It's just all this time.
My hands shake. Well, my left
Yeah.
hand shakes, so I'm not going to be symmetrical.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
just do
not.
the bare minimum.
And then
Yeah.
also with my self-consciousness, putting on makeup is just looking at yourself so much.
Ugh.
You know, and so then it'll evoke those negative emotions that I have about myself. So I wouldn't want to, because also doing a skill like applying makeup involves self-evaluation. Like, am I doing it correctly? Does it look good? So I have to critique myself. So then I have to like see myself and like really pay attention. And so yeah, my self-consciousness would probably get the best of me.
Yeah. Yeah, my logic is, my self-consciousness is, I care myself a lot. I want to be true about me, everything in front of people. So I don't wear makeup. I think that's the real me. That's how I process it.
I'm the real me because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I'm also lazy. Laziness is the big part of me. I don't like if someone offers me that, I can help you do the makeup today, I would be very happy. Okay, come help me. But for myself, if you want me to do myself, I don't want to spend.
I'm not going to keep up daily makeup. Like, daily, like, go to put makeup. Even if there were no masks that we had to wear at work, I wouldn't put on makeup every day. Maybe foundation, but that's nothing else, really.
Yeah.
So only special occasion.
Honestly, it might just be that I want to compete with the people at work who are all wearing makeup. So I'll also join in. I think if they weren't wearing makeup, my coworkers, I don't think I would wear makeup.
So
yeah, definitely getting along with your work environment and matching the work environment actually is important for how you are perceived professionally by your coworkers. I unfortunately learned that too late. And there are definitely times I'm staying up at 2 a.m. thinking back on like how I used to dress at work and thinking, why did I do that?
Okay.
I think in my mind, I calculate in my mind. Well, should I wear makeup? Well, who else is going to be there, and are they going to be wearing makeup? That's when I'll wear makeup, if it's mostly yes.
Okay. I definitely have many friends who wear makeup, but still they don't give me any peer pressure on that. Yeah. Because like you guys, you don't wear makeup. I'm very comfortable with you guys. I don't have to think about it. And with other friends who are very care about their appearance, I think they are okay with me because, like, I don't wear anything makeup, and they dress themselves very, very well, and I think they feel good. That's all they need. That's all they want. They won't care how you look like. Yeah. But I do have moments that I feel like uncomfortable because I think, they all like dress up very well. I should also do that. Next time I will be patient. I will pay attention on that. But next time I still don't do it. Yeah. That's who I am. Yeah.
It's funny that you're not self-conscious on your appearance and only behavior. Because often self-consciousness is about being concerned about how others perceive you. And so in your behavior, you're concerned about how other people perceive your behavior, but not concerned about how other people perceive your appearance.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you, is this self-contradictory?
No, I think that we all have, it's like a spectrum,
But the comfort level, too. I wonder what the male perspective is about whether they prefer women with makeup or not.
Yeah. Why don't you ask your husband to say something about it?
He probably doesn't want to be recorded.
I think he declined when I kind of asked him.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be on.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be on.
But what do you think other men would say?
Well, like I said, the former boyfriend of mine, it was like, oh, you don't need it.
Oh, I did have a friend in high school when I went to high school with your husband. That I also wore makeup randomly, and he was like, "Why are you wearing that? Take it off. Can't you just be you?" So he didn't like it either.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons for me not wearing makeup is I'm afraid people would judge me that for wearing makeup.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And also, my husband said the same thing. You don't need to wear makeup. You look fine without it.
Yeah.
Trust me, he said, it's like the chemicals in the makeup, they will hurt you. So I think that's the main reason I think I want to be true. And my husband, he said, I'm okay without makeup. And I don't work. I don't need to meet with my coworkers or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like this. I don't wear.
But when I dress up, I feel like I have to wear makeup. That if I did not wear makeup when I dress up and go somewhere nice, like to a wedding, to the quinceañera I went to, that if I did not wear makeup, that I would be considered not dressed appropriately.
Okay.
My dad, when we were younger, my brother and I, he would always say I wouldn't need to wear makeup. And my mom would need to wear her makeup. So I think it's been ingrained that if it's a special occasion and my dad is there, I will wear makeup.
Oh, so your dad wants you to make Oh my God, that's my parents. Oh, that's a totally long story. Like, I lived in small villages in rural country, rural area in China. So my parents, all the people in my area, they didn't wear any makeup. So that's also why I didn't have the concept of makeup. That's like too much extra things. We have more like important things to focus on. Yeah. Like how to make money, how to get things done. Wearing makeup is just too much and extra. Yeah. And it's a negative thing. They think it's a negative thing. Why you need wear makeup?
Because
you want to attract
a waste of time and a waste of money.
Yeah. You want to attract someone or something. They would think that.
I think I started wearing makeup in high school because I was self-conscious about acne.
Yeah, I didn't start wearing foundation until much later.
Because I was like, I have to hide pimples. I have to hide redness. So I'll put a little of this on.
When I was a teenager, I somewhat lucked out in that I did not have acne on my face. But I do have acne on my back.
Backne.
Yeah, backne. So one time I went to the doctor and when I was in high school, and the doctor walked in and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've gone into the wrong room." And he turns around and leaves. And then 30 seconds later, he comes back in and he goes, "Oh, no, I'm sorry, this is the correct room." And he goes, I'm really sorry, but this says that you're here because of acne? So I'm sure that he was waiting to see a pockmarked teenager, you know, and I was like, yeah, that's where, and he was like, okay, let's see, so why is it that you believe that you have an acne problem? And I was like, yeah, it's on my back. And then I lifted up my shirt and he was like, oh, yes, oh.
Okay. Yeah. I guess like most people or no, like at least part of the people who wear makeup, it's because they have acne on their face. They want
Yeah.
to hide it.
Now, as an adult, I end up getting facial acne. And so, yeah, my primary thing about putting on makeup is the concealer over my acne.
Oh, I see. So I think I don't have that kind of problem. I don't have any acne on my face, but I do have like small yellowish, brownish spot on my face. Some people like you can easily hide it with makeup, but I never care too much about that. I think it's fun, but I do use sunscreen every day. Every day.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like hurt by the X-ray of the sun.
Yeah.
I care this so much. I wear it every day. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So no makeup, but with very careful skincare.
Yeah, skin protection. Yeah.
Yeah,
me, my skincare is all about the acne. All about treating the acne. If I do not treat it, my face just breaks out. It's very embarrassing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very self-conscious about the back acne when I was in high school, and it would get bad, and like one time I had a very, very painful like cyst.
Cystic acne?
Yeah, like on my shoulder.
That hurts.
Yeah, and someone like slapped me on the shoulder to say, "Hey!" And I just instinctively jumped up and yelped. And they were like, "What was that?" And I was just so ashamed of having the acne that I didn't want to admit that I had acne, and they just touched it and it hurt.
Oh, okay. I never experienced this kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess, so like for people doing one thing or not doing one thing, there are so many reasons behind it, right? Yeah, there are so many reasons. It's not just one reason. So many factors that affect the fact.
Yeah, the decisions that we make.
Yeah. But I do care a lot that my body, on my legs and my arms, I have a lot of hairs on it. Like it's longer than usual women. Like the hair, it's like some men, they have very long hair.
Sometimes mine gets really, really long, but you can't notice it because it's clear.
I have very clear, long hairs, look.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel a little shamed about that. And on my legs, too. I have long hairs, too.
You know what I started doing? I started lasering my legs.
Oh, yeah, I know there are tools to do that.
Yeah, and I'm so happy. I really like it. I would say that like 95% of the hair is gone.
For a long time, right? Like the hair went away for years.
Yeah, it's still away. Yeah. Yeah, I started
really?
it in 2020.
They don't grow back?
Oh, no, they don't grow back.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they will grow back.
Yeah, the more you do it, the less grow back.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, I never think about that.
Yeah. So
Maybe
now
I
I just have
should-
a few straggling hairs. But it's not really noticeable. And I probably should continue lasering to get those few stragglers, but lazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I never know that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good to know. I should remove.
You did it at home. It was like a home treatment.
Yeah, I still have it here.
I remember when you said it was amazing. That was like years ago.
So I still keep it next to me on the couch so that I could use it.
You could get the stragglers.
I could be like, I'm watching TV and I'll get the stragglers, but I never get around to it. But
What's this called? Straggler.
Stragglers are when you try to get rid of everything and there's a few remaining. The few remaining are called stragglers.
Straggler.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I could get them, but I just never get around to it. I'm lazy. So yeah, this is the thing I used.
You mean it's a laser?
It's just a light.
Yeah. So.
Light.
Oh yeah, it's not plugged in. Yeah, it's just a light. Oh, wait.
Oh, so you don't need to touch your skin.
Yeah, you put it against the skin.
Oh.
Here, why don't I demonstrate? Okay, so turn it on. And then you place it over the area that you want to do.
Oh, you touch the area.
Yeah. And then close your eyes. And then.
You have to close your eyes.
Wow, that was bright. I did not close my eyes.
You did not close your eyes. Yeah, you have to close your eyes. Or like this did come with special glasses, but of course I'm not going to wear the glasses. I just close my eyes. Yeah, and you just do that over the area. And just do it every 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah. Every 6 to 8 weeks you do another round. And eventually the hair will gradually disappear.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so I don't have this kind of thing. I never used this before.
Yeah, I decided to do it because, my health issues and that getting to my legs was a problem. And so I talked to my husband and I was like, would you like it if I didn't have hair on my legs? And he's incredibly sweet and kind. So it took a lot of coaxing him to tell me honestly, and then he admitted that he didn't really like hair on my legs. So I was like, okay, I will invest in the laser so I can have it done. And I'm happy that I got it done. Regardless of his preference, I'm happy I got it done because like the other day I went to the quinceañera and I didn't have to shave my legs. I didn't have to wear stockings. My legs were just fine.
Did you laser your armpits?
I did. I wanted to, and like nothing on my armpits.
It didn't
no
work?
effect. No effect.
Where?
On my armpits.
Here? Oh,
I did. Every single time I did my legs, I also did my armpits. And no effect on my armpits. I don't know why.
Okay. I don't know the word, the vocabulary.
Armpit.
Pit. Oh, okay. So underarm.
Yeah.
Armpit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also do that. The only part
That's the only part I do.
Yeah, me too.
So
I still shave my
laser
armpits.
help?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It probably depends on the type of hair that you have.
Yeah, especially.
Oh, I did try to also do my bikini line. The bikini line, I think that if I kept on doing the bikini line, it would work. But I just decided I'm not gonna wear bikinis, so I wear capri pants when I swim, so I don't need to worry about my bikini line.
What's capri pants?
Capri pants are pants that come above the knee.
I think capri pants are the ones that go to the ankle.
Oh, really?
Like this high pants.
Oh.
Oh wow, that's very long.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
long.
thought it was
The
above the knee.
knee is just shorts, I thought.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
But they're like biker
okay.
shorts. Right, like biker shorts?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
What's shorts?
Biker? Like
Biker.
people wear when bicycling?
Oh,
And they're wearing
yeah.
shorts?
Oh yeah. It's more like what you said. Like it's
Above the knee.
above the
Yeah.
knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I wear when I swim now.
Mhm.
Is I wear shorts.
Hmm.
So I don't need to worry about my bikini line. So I'm not going to put in the effort to laser it.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't remove the hair in the armpit until summer comes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Okay, I do it if I'm going to see a doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
I do it every shower.
No,
Oh,
I don't have enough
really?
hair.
Really?
No, there's nothing between showers there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I got stubble.
What?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't grow that fast.
Yeah. I think like my armpit hair is a little thick. And my leg hair was pretty fair. Not light fair, but it was pretty thin.
Okay. I only do it in summertime that I need to wear clothes that
Mhm.
have to show my underpit.
And what about deodorant?
What?
I
Like,
don't wear deodorant
applying
because I'm
deodorant.
allergic to it.
You don't wear deodorant? Wow.
No, I used to, but I was just so allergic and getting rashes.
Really? Wow.
I don't really.
I'm definitely very
sweat.
self-conscious if I don't have
I
my
don't
deodorant.
sweat that much in the armpits.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't used to, of course, because, when I was a child, I didn't wear deodorant. But as I got older, I was walking in the mall with my grandmother, and she goes, do you wear deodorant? And I was like, no. And she goes, I think it's about time that you start wearing deodorant.
So let me confirm. Are you talking about the something like you
Yeah,
use underarm?
yeah,
What's it called?
deodorant.
Deodorant. Oh, yeah. I use that.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't want to use it when I had hair, so I take off the hair so that it's easier to use deodorant.
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay.
With
Yeah, I'm very self-conscious. It doesn't matter. Like if I'm not gonna leave the house, like I don't like it. I feel like I can smell myself, and I'm like, oh, like within 2 or 3 hours of taking a shower, if I forgot to put on deodorant, I feel like I can smell myself.
Okay. So, Lopez, you don't use
I don't use deodorant.
Lucky.
I've always been allergic to whatever. My armpits are so, sensitive
Oh.
skin.
Yeah.
So I get a rash, and I'm just like, I don't need this.
Oh. So do you guys use fragrance?
No, I used to.
We're not allowed to.
Not allowed?
They say
yeah.
we can't wear fragrance in the hospital. But if I'm going out and I'm wearing makeup, I would probably put fragrance on.
Yeah. When I was a kid, like a teenager, I wore CK1.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, the 90s. I wore CK1. That was the only thing I ever wore.
Huh.
And I probably eventually lost the bottle.
So fragrance can last long, right? For years.
Yeah, but they go out of style.
Yeah. But not CK1. CK1 was great.
My aunt had a lot of fragrances from many, many decades ago that are not in style now that we still have after she passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, so even the smell has the style?
I mean, I feel like the perfumes from decades ago are not cool now.
Yeah, like feeling like having so CK1 was just a refreshing. Yeah, so it was just like a clean feeling, clean odor. And then there's also the flowery. And so and then also it's how intense it is. And so that's definitely goes through the times. I remember in the 80s perfume being a thing where you would commonly pass someone that had on significant perfume, but that
Yeah.
doesn't happen these days.
Pass on. What does that mean?
That like when you pass someone that you can smell their perfume.
Oh, so everyone will use it.
Yeah, it was very common
in the 80s.
In the 80s it was common to encounter people that smelled very intensely.
Yeah.
And that's definitely not a thing anymore. So that's definitely the fashion of smell. Yeah. Not in fashion anymore.
Yeah. I don't use it. Don't have the habit use it.
I had a boyfriend whose smell I really liked. And then we discovered that it was Old Spice.
What?
A brand
Old
of deodorant.
Spice?
A brand of deodorant. Old Spice.
Is it deodorant? Or cologne? I don't even know.
Yeah, it was deodorant.
Oh.
Yeah. So I thought that was funny. I was like, oh, well, I like your deodorant.
Oh, you thought it's the smell of deodorant.
I thought the smell was him. But it
Have
wasn't
you
him.
seen Old Spice commercials?
It was his deodorant.
Oh, okay.
Terry Crews has some great Old Spice commercials.
Yeah.
He's a really funny actor, and he's very muscly.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of muscles, and he's on a horse.
I'm on a horse.
And he wears Old Spice. These commercials are very funny.
Yeah.
You should watch them sometime.
I thought the horse one was the other guy.
Oh.
Really?
Well, then we should watch them to refresh our memories.
Yeah, we can. So, I don't wear it. And I thought my husband bought some bottles and he tried to use it, but maybe only for a while and then stopped.
Yeah.
We just don't have the habit of doing it.
Yeah.
We are not very fashion. We are totally not fashion people.
I like the body sprays that smell like citrus fruits. Or I don't know. I'm pretty picky.
I like cucumber.
Cucumber.
That's my favorite odor is cucumber.
Oh yeah.
So it's just refreshing.
It's just that we're not allowed to at work. But if I was going out somewhere, I would put something else on.
So what's the difference between body spray and the perfume?
Well, spray you would actually spray, and perfume you usually put a tiny bit on your finger and then put it places.
Perfume is more concentrated.
Yeah.
Like a lot of aroma in a little bit of drop.
Yeah.
But a body spray, it's a mist. You can spray your neck or whatever under your clothes. It's
Under
not that
your
strong.
clothes, not on your clothes.
It usually people spray on their skin.
Oh,
Yeah.
so before they wear their clothes.
Yeah, probably before they get dressed.
Oh, so for the perfume, how do you use them?
You put, so it has a very small opening. And so, like the CK1 bottle, you unscrewed the cap, and then you covered the opening with your finger, and then you flipped it over, got some of the fluid on your finger, flipped it back, and now you have this concentrate on your finger, and then you place it like on your neck and on your wrists.
Oh, no other places?
Yeah, that's what I was taught.
That's what I would do.
The neck.
It's very concentrated, so that's all.
Yeah.
The neck and the here.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this part called?
The wrist.
The wrist. Okay.
And then other bottles will have like an applicator. So like when you take off the lid, there will be a just a wand, like a small wand with a little tip. And so then that will have a little bit of the fluid on it, and then you would just put the tip onto your skin.
Oh.
But some of them
okay.
are spray. Some perfumes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I guess
they are
so.
very strong.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I saw some very, very, very good looking bottles of
Yeah, the bottles are
perfume.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
they are.
That's
Like
how they sell it.
incredible.
If you can't smell it on a commercial, the bottle has to look nice.
Yeah,
For
they
you to
are
buy it.
incredible.
Yeah. I guess some people, like some women, must want to collect the bottles
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I would definitely lean towards perfumes that would have a better bottle if I
I
were
would
to
not.
spend that kind of money on something that would have such expensive packaging. But I wouldn't spend that kind of money, hence why I only used CK1.
Okay.
I don't remember how much it cost, but man, that stuff lasted forever.
Yeah.
I think I bought like 2 bottles.
Is that for men and women?
Yeah, it was for men and women. And then there was CKB.
What's that?
Its successor, but it wasn't as good. I wonder if it's still on the market.
CK. So the one you like is CK1. Do you still have it now?
No, I wouldn't even know where. No.
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't worn perfume in so long.
So one bottle can last long.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lifetime.
A very long time, yeah.
Okay.
That's why, like, often it's sold very small containers.
Very small?
Yeah,
no,
very
I
small
think they are
containers.
not very small.
It is tricky to buy perfume for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
I know my coworker was saying that her husband bought her he just went to the makeup counter and he asked them what perfume women like. And he got her something and she hated it. Hated it. But it was expensive, so she pretended she liked it.
Oh, poor thing.
But perfume can be really expensive.
Yeah.
But it's kind of personal. Like, you can't really know what another person likes unless they tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even though I don't use any perfume, I know some brand like Chanel. How do you pronounce the word Chanel?
Yeah.
Chanel 5 or something?
Yeah. I think that's a famous one, yeah.
Yeah. And
I think of old ladies when I hear that.
Old ladies like that. Okay.
I do not like that.
Because it's such an old perfume that it's now associated with people that were young in the era when it came out.
Exactly.
But I think they're still on market right now.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know how to read. VERCE.
Oh,
Versace?
I never smelled that.
Okay. Yeah, there's a famous one from that brand. Right?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
That's what I know about perfume. I don't use them. And sometimes I bought skincare products and they will give me some free sample for the perfume.
Yeah.
That's how
they sell it. If you like it, you'll actually buy it. They give you the sample, right? They're really small.
Yeah,
container.
very, very small.
Yeah, that's actually all you need for life. Like a small container.
Yeah, I still have some.
Oh, yeah,
samples.
I remember them now. They're like little containers.
I have one. Someone gave me one.
Yeah. I remember you'd walk through like the cosmetics section of a department store and there would be people like, oh, do you want to check out this?
They're still there these days.
They're still there? Oh, man.
Oh, they still have it.
You can go to the Macy's Cosmetic Center and get your makeup done. Cosmetic counter and get your makeup done. I think they even do eyebrows.
No.
And they had the perfume people in the hallway. Like, hey, try this.
Okay. Yeah, I remember before they offered the small bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can take them away to use it at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been there for long. In Nordstrom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are done with the makeup and the perfume and self-consciousness. Yeah, we are perfectly done.